wait until you see what we have here in our backyard in Apopka. I want to introduce you right now to Bisser Georgiev. He is the CEO of LiveTrends. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Good morning.
It is beautiful here at LiveTrends in Apopka.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So tell us about the history. How did this all get started?
It started with a big dream. The dream was born in about 2012, 2013. And my dream was to combine art together with nature. I come from horticulture backgrounds. I spent almost my entire adult life in horticulture. And I just realized there's a big giant gap in the marketplace. If you look at Pinterest, if you look at Instagram, any social media platform, there's so much inspiration about home decor and art and design, but you cannot find those pieces at the big boxes. You can all go to Lowe's, you can all go to Target and find those things. So the inspiration was to combine nature and art into awesome pieces available to the mass market. Originally, the company was supposed to go to the premium channels like Pottery Bar and West Elm, but then I realized we gotta go where America shops, where the mom that makes $45,000 a year with 2 kids and she can afford a $9.99 item from LiveTrends.
Yeah, and they are gorgeous. When you're walking around here, all of the items are just beautifully made. So talk about what makes these products so unique. Definitely that you can have them in an everyday store, but just the uniqueness of the product itself.
What is unique, it comes from the actual company. We are primarily a design company and plant company second. So we operate like a fashion company. That means we analyze trends 24 months out. Then we dissect those trends, then we go to work and we design original pieces every single year. Every year we design over 1,000 collections, then we narrow it down to about maybe 200. And then we go to market with those things. Then each year we discard about 80% of those collections and then we make new ones for the following year. Yeah. That's how we keep it fresh, unique, and pretty much affordable for the people as well.
You're coming up on 10 years. Congratulations, that's very exciting. You've done a ton in 10 years. How do you continue to stay innovative and continue to grow and make these unique pieces?
Our biggest top secret is our people. We try to hire the best talent we can afford in all areas of the company. And these people have the freedom to design, to innovate, to actually create things on their own. We don't micromanage. We tell them what to do, not how to do it. And this allows them to do this awesome creative playground of things and to create their own imagination into our LiveTrends products.
And it really makes you feel so warm and just cozy.
Yes, and also it needs to be applicable to everybody. If you look at our LiveTrends brand, it is for the designer. That is more high-end things. If you look at our Urban Jungle collection, that is more about plants for mindful living, for coziness, for calm, for peace. And then if you look at our BU collection, it's about smile, it's about self-expression. So this is coming for everybody out there. And the magical thing is price point. Our magical price point is between $10 to about $20. This is where we live.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for spending some time talking with us. This is incredible that we have this here in Apopka.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bisser. Okay, we want to talk about the design process a little bit more, so I'm going to go inside to Manuela so we can learn more about that. We are going to take you inside the design process here at LiveTrends. Manuela Arroyave, she is the art director here. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Thank you for having me.
The products are beautiful here at LiveTrends. They're so gorgeous. Walk us through how they come to life. What's the process?
Our process starts 22 months in advance. The first step of it is trend research. So basically we go through trend forecasting, what's happening in social media, what's happening in other art realms or worlds, what's happening in the design world overall, to form these forecasting briefs, and then we pass it over to the designers. So we tell them these are the colors, the textures, this is what's happening in fashion and interior design and architecture and technology. So they can grab it, build like their entire aesthetic and their creative direction into sketching, 3D modeling, actually like sometimes we even mold them to see how the collection goes through. And then after that, it just goes through our process of like presenting to sales, to marketing, and then handing it over to marketing to be released into the world with like our storytelling, our product, our catalogs. So it's a very long process, but it's very fun. It's also very collaborative. So between the design team, we check our sketches, what's our direction, what is really happening in the world. That will help us be successful 22 months in advance.
So what are you looking for when you're talking about, we're looking at trends, we're looking on social media. What are you looking for?
Basically, they're patterns. So, for example, I'll give you a quick one.
Yeah.
Barbie right now is such a huge thing in the world. So we look at what's happening with people, like the movies that are coming out, like are people going to be interested in pink and aesthetics that are more feminine? Or even with COVID, like right after COVID happened, people wanted to be at home. They wanted adventurous things. So that's what our aesthetic guides that. So we design things that look more towards an aesthetic that is maybe more adventurous, or maybe they need more calm things. So we look at what's happening in consumer behaviors that will affect our design process.
That's so cool. That's so interesting that that goes into play so much, because then we love it and we want it in our homes.
Exactly.
So there are things that you're doing every day for this process, 3D printing being one of those things. That's interesting.
It's very cool and it's very awesome. We have experts in our team, but basically we 3D model everything in-house with like different types of softwares. Then after that, one of our designers, which is Alex Chapo, he grabs all those designs and put them in our 3D printing software, and sometimes it depends on the time, like it takes 2 days sometimes, or sometimes it takes 2 hours. But the cool thing about it is that we're able to prototype things and see how they're gonna come out in their real life, and then sometimes we actually send them to our factories. So they know exactly what we want, the measurements of it, and even the finish sometimes.
Yeah, very cool. Manuela, thank you so much for walking us through this
you.
process. It's so interesting, and we really appreciate you sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the time. You guys have to go check them out. They're all over social media. It's the best place that you're going to be able to go and see these beautiful designs. You can also check them out locally.